to Her Impact, the podcast that explores the lives of women in science who dare to challenge the norm and that change the world. I'm your host, Costandia, and today we're diving into the remarkable story of Anandibai Joshi, an Indian woman that made her impact in the world. A woman whose passion for learning, her determination to break free from social constraints changed the course of history for all women in medicine. She was born in 1865 in India. Growing up in a very traditional conservative society, life had a fixed script for all girls back then. For her, it was a script of early marriage and limited education. At a time when even the idea of women studying beyond basic learning was unthinkable, she was married as a child at the age of 9 years and in an arranged union with Kubalrao, who was 20 years older than her. But even within limitations, her spirit was very different. While many girls were expected to settle in this quiet domestic life, she was filled with burning curiosity of this deep need to understand what the world was beyond her small community. Even in those early years, she dreamed of doing something different, something extraordinary, and that dream would eventually lead her far from home. At the age of 14, she gave birth to a son that only lived for a few days. The boy died because of lack of medical care. She was devastated by the loss, but this only fueled her call for education. Her inner sparkle eventually pushed her to pursue a dream that most people at the time didn't dare to do it. She was dreaming of becoming a doctor and help others, like no one helped her. Her courage set her apart and spread the seeds of her future journey. One will take her from her house, one that will take her from India to US, from the narrow confines of her society to her future life. In 1883, she made one of the boldest decisions of her life. Without many examples she can follow, she stepped into the unknown and left from India and went to the United States to study. For her, the idea of crossing countless miles of ocean was about to travel for a dream of education, hope, and change. Arriving to this new land came with so many challenges for her. Yet she enrolled to the Women's Medical College of Pennsylvania, a place where women, although still shortage in medicine, were beginning to claim their right to learn and to lead. At the college, she dove into the world of Western medicine. The experience wasn't easy. Imagine sitting in a classroom, studying another language of your own. I had my share of studying English, and I am a native Greek person, so that was hard. You have to translate in your head all the time, and studying in with terms that you don't know, like in geology mine, and for her was medicine. It was very difficult. Not only earned her respect among her peers and professors, but also putting her as a symbol of what women could achieve when they were given a chance. In the letter she wrote back home, she shared her struggles and small victories, putting her heart out about setbacks and triumph of every day. Those letters can only teach us that behind every great achievement lies a human story filled with doubt, hope, and courage. Her journey was as much internal as also academical. Not only she was carving her own path for herself, but she was also carrying the hopes of countless women back home who saw her as a spark of possibility. Her relationship with her husband is also a part of a complex tale. Although arranged marriage was normal back then, his decision to support her in her studies was something very unusual back then. Despite of many pressure from society and their own community, he allowed her to study. Their bond was marked with both love and war between tradition and progress. In 1886, her hard work reached a historic milestone. She got her degree in medicine. This achievement back then was groundbreaking, not only for her, but also for all women in India and around the world. Here was a young woman who crossed continents and overcome every barrier to earn a degree. Despite her professional success, unfortunately, her personal health suffered. Within a year of her graduation in 1887, her health began to fail when she moved back in India. She passed away at the early age of 21 from tuberculosis. Even though her time as a physician was tragically short, the impact of her achievement echoes far beyond her years. Her story was a foundation for future generations of women to step into science and medicine, fields that were far too long barred to them. Today, when we look women as doctors, scientists, researchers, we see in them the strong spirit of Anandibai. She wasn't just a first woman from India to earn a degree in Western medicine. She was a living lesson of determination, of courage, and the power of education. Her life teaches that even when the odds are against you, when tradition and expectations try to confine you, you can always carve your own path if you have the courage to dream only. Her true legacy is the revolutionary idea that knowledge knows no gender. Listening to her story makes it clear that every challenge we face, whether it's our own personal doubts, society expectations, or learning from our failures, can shape us into what we're meant to be. Her life is a reminder that strength and passion come from the most unexpected places, and that the quest for knowledge is one of the most powerful tools we have. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive to the life of Anandibai Joshi. Her story continues to inspire and encourage women around the globe to challenge their norms and pursue their dreams. I hope her journey encourages you to look every challenge as a stepping stone and reminds you that no barrier is too great when you lead with passion. Make sure to subscribe and let us know your own thoughts about her story and her legacy that continues to influence modern science and education. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, keep making your own impact in the world. This was another episode of Her Impact. I'm Cassandra, your host, celebrating the fearless spirit of women's science.